Well, I'm here now with Ron Manning, the new council member for Ward 2. Welcome aboard to the city.
Thank you.
Let's talk about why you wanted to run again for the seat of Ward 2.
Well, first off, I enjoyed my time on the council a lot. And there's a lot of things coming up that are going to, be needing some real thought behind it, some important decisions. Coon Rapids Boulevard. I have my own ideas and, where I'd like some of these things to go. And so I just wanted to be part of the decision making on that. And hopefully I'll be able to add some positive things.
So let's talk a little bit about your history here in the city. How long have you lived here? When did you first come here?
I grew up in southeast Minneapolis, and I had only lived in 2 houses up to the time I was 31. I bought my parents' house in southeast, and Eileen and I lived there for 4 years. And I just decided, hey, maybe it's time to see what other parts of the world are like. And so we started looking around, and we really liked the city out here. We found this really nice lot in the park, and so we bought it from a guy by the name of Al Bullock, who owned this whole block at the time. And then basically we had a contract for deed, and then 3 years later we decided to hire a couple teachers. I was teaching at the time, and between us two and my wife and some good friends, we built the house.
You built this house yourself?
We built it from the footings on up.
Oh, wow.
We got what we wanted, and we just loved it out here ever since. It's just a wonderful place to bring up our family and raise our kids, and a wonderful place to live.
So tell me about your family.
Well, Ryan is my oldest son. He's right now running in Anytime Fitness. And then there's Brett, my second son, is a financial planner, and he lives in Andover with his wife. And they just had their first child and our first grandson. Then there's Erin, my daughter, and she's a naturalist up at Wolf Ridge. Did I mention Eileen, my wife? So that's my family.
Tell us what is important to you as you sit on the council this year and during the next 4 years as far as you look at goals and even challenges for the city.
Well, the last year I was on the council, we had a nice development that was going in Coon Rapids Boulevard. Rotland was going to put up townhomes and some commercial, and that would have been across from Lilliput. And they backed out because they could see that the bubble was going to burst. So now that hopefully things are turning around, that's a prime development area, and we really need to get something on the tax rolls there. I would like to make sure that whatever goes in there is going to be quality development. Don't just throw anything in there. The entire Coon Rapids Boulevard was divided into ports many years ago. And so there's plenty of room for development. Most of the places that were in Coon Rapids, on Coon Rapids Boulevard, moved out to the Riverdale area on Main Street. So we really need to start getting going on that again. I mean, it's not like the council has just purposely ignored it. There hasn't been a market for it. But now that things are improving, hopefully, we need to get moving and see what we can do about developing the entire Coon Rapids Boulevard. Mostly Coon Rapids it's basically 95% developed. We have wonderful park system, trail system here in Coon Rapids. We have to make sure we keep those up so that they don't deteriorate. We want to finish connecting the trails. We got one of the best trail systems anywhere in the state, and we want to just make that better. But along with that, we want to be able to maintain them. And that's all part of working through a budget that allows us to do that without impacting taxes. We have to look and choose our priorities on things. Quality of life is important as far as I'm concerned. That's how you attract more business and families to come out and live in Coon Rapids.
How would you describe yourself as a person?
Well, I've been working on I'm 66 years old now. So for 65 years I've been working on trying to be more tactful ever since I learned to talk. And so, you know, I'm sometimes not real tactful, but the upside of that is you never have to wonder about what I'm thinking, because I usually say it, you know. I think, I like to think that I'm a compassionate person. And so I guess that's how I would describe myself.
What do you like to do in your recreation time when you're
Well,
not working?
If I was able, I'd probably live next to the Great Barrier Reef and scuba dive every day. I love to scuba dive, and every now and then I'll go on a trip. My nephew got me involved in this, and go scuba diving. It's just one of the greatest things ever. You're weightless. It's a gorgeous world that most people don't see. I love to snow ski, downhill and cross country. I'm a big rollerblader. I've been in several rollerblade marathons up Duluth.
Well, you are busy. You have lots of things going on,
Yeah.
lots of recreation. What do you see for the future?
I don't have a crystal ball, and you know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that I have a strong feeling that Coon Rapids is moving in the right direction on things. We have very good people on the council, and they really are on it for the right reason, that they all care about Coon Rapids.